Donald Trump has officially hit his breaking point. Over the past few weeks, he has been edging closer and closer to it with every single speech that he gives, every single rally that he holds. He makes it more and more obvious that he is losing his mind. But yesterday, VP Harris came out and trolled him in the most perfect way possible. Just hit him precisely where it hurts. And now he is melting down, but it's different. I've never seen him melt down to this degree before. And I want to break it down because he is showing his usual signs of cognitive decline, his usual signs of narcissism and sociopathy, but, and I want to be sensitive here because I know people with mental health issues, it is a sensitive topic, Donald Trump is diverging from normal human behavior so much that he is exhibiting signs of some sort of psychosis with the way that he is talking on Truth Social, and if you don't believe me, I will break it all down. Again, I don't mean to be insensitive. Let's start here with how VP Harris was trolling him, and then let's go to his reaction. So, this article came out yesterday. Harris matches Trump proposal to ban taxes on tips at Las Vegas rally. VP Kamala Harris pledged to eliminate taxes on tips if she wins the presidency, echoing the same proposal Donald Trump announced in June. So Donald Trump proposed this a few months back, and VP Harris comes out and mirrors the same proposal, not only because it's smart politics in a place like Las Vegas where the service industry is booming. A lot of people will vote if they think that they won't get taxed on their tips, but also because VP Harris is smart. She knows exactly how Donald Trump functions. She knows exactly how to get under his skin by outmaneuvering him and pulling media attention away, siphoning attention away from his campaign and placing it on her campaign. This article continues, both candidates made their tax-free tip promises at rallies in Nevada, a key battleground state where the hospitality industry employs roughly a quarter of the state's workforce. Economists and budget experts have poked holes in the policy proposal, noting that it would strain federal revenue. Yeah, from everything I've read about this policy, it sounds good, it's good politics, but there are way better ways to help working class people, way better ways to help people that work in the service industry. This is just good politics in a place like Las Vegas, but overall, there are better ways to help people. It won't make that much of a difference, but if it's good politics, if it helps a few people, I am all in. Also, Donald Trump is claiming that VP Harris stole this idea, but she didn't. It was a GOP candidate's proposal many years ago, and you can't really steal policies like that. It's like if Donald Trump came out saying that he was pro-legalization of marijuana, he didn't steal that from VP Harris and President Biden. He didn't steal that at all. That is a commonly held position. The former president accused Kamala Harris of being a copycat after she promised to eliminate taxes on tips, but it is not true at all. Trump, in a rant on Truth Social, called VP Harris a copycat and shared a screenshot of a right-wing social media account that accused her of having, quote, plagiarized directly from him. This was a Trump idea. She has no ideas. She can only steal from me, claimed the former president in one post. He continued in another post. Kamala has no imagination whatsoever, as shown by the fact that she played copycat with no taxes on tips. Donald Trump has sent out like 15 tweets or Truth Social posts about this no tax on tips things already. We can actually go into the Lion's Den and read about some of them. He posted this morning, just a few hours ago, promptly at 6 a.m. after posting till like 1 a.m. into the night. He barely sleeps. He just posts. He said, Kamala Harris has flip-flopped on virtually every policy she has supported and lived by for her entire career, from the border to tips, and the fake news media isn't reporting it. She sounds more like Trump than Trump, copying almost everything. She is conning the American public and will flip right back. I will make America great again. There will be no flipping. Number one, Donald Trump flip-flops on everything, and sometimes he doesn't even need to, because you can't flip-flop out of a position that isn't coherent in the first place. But again, VP Harris didn't copy any sort of platform. That is not how this works at all. Donald Trump is just totally melting down. Quote, it is my promise to everyone here, this is what VP Harris said, when I am president, we will continue to fight for our working families of America, including to raise the minimum wage and eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers. Trump quickly took to social media to claim credit for the proposal, which he put forward in June at his own Las Vegas rally. It is a perfect way to bait Donald Trump into a meltdown, and the thing is, Donald Trump's meltdown has gotten increasingly worse over the past few days. Also, it is really funny that Donald Trump is talking about flip-flopping on positions when he chose a VP who used to be a never-Trump guy who thought Trump was America's Hitler, but I digress. Donald Trump is genuinely losing his mind. I want to say this one more time. I don't mean to be insensitive when I say that he is exhibiting some signs of some sort of psychosis, and I don't want to speculate, but just read this. Donald Trump posted, has anyone noticed noticed that Kamala cheated at the airport. There was nobody at the plane, and she AI'd it and showed a massive crowd of so-called followers, but they didn't exist. She was turned in by a maintenance worker at the airport when he noticed the fake crowd picture, but there was nobody there, later confirmed by the reflection of the mirror-like finish on the vice presidential plane. She's a cheater, she had nobody waiting, and the crowd looked like 10,000 people. Same thing is happening with her fake crowds at her speeches. Donald Trump is genuinely convinced in his QAnon, Adderall-addled brain that VP Harris is faking all of her events, that all of these crowds are AI generated, are ChatGPT or DALL-E generated. This has 6.4 million views from the original poster on Twitter. Chuck Costello, he said, "Breaking report, Harris campaign busted using fake crowd photo at campaign rally stop. It is not a fake photo whatsoever. If you can look right here, the engine of the plane wing is facing a different direction from the crowd. It is sort of a clever optical illusion, but it is not proof of anything." But Donald Trump has posted about this again, like 15 times. Look, we caught her with the fake crowd. There was nobody there, Donald Trump says. He then says, "I'm doing really well in the presidential race, leading in almost all of the real polls." Obviously, he's losing in the fake polls, but he's leading in the real polls. The same way that we should have stopped counting in the states that he was ahead in 2020, but then kept counting in the states that he was behind. He doesn't even care about the open contradictions anymore. He then lists a bunch of nicknames. Their primary winning candidate, Sleepy Joe Biden, a candidate, Kamala Harris, who failed to get even a single primary vote. Just absolute lies. But I want to go back to this Truth Social post for 1 second. This may be one of the wildest things I have ever seen a presidential candidate post. This is actually a QAnon candidate at this point. You have a QAnon crazy uncle, which is what Fred Trump III described him as, the crazy wild uncle. You have a QAnon uncle who has a direct line to millions of other QAnon uncles in the family. And again, no offense to anybody if they have a QAnon uncle, I don't mean to be insensitive, but this is a QAnon dude who has a direct line to millions of other people in this country, and he is rotting their brains in real time with QAnon conspiracy theories. He says, "This is the way the Democrats win elections, by cheating, and they're even worse at the ballot box." This is Donald Trump undermining every single institution around him. This is what authoritarians do, and if Trump supporters can't see it at this point, I'm sorry, but they are just stupid. When he loses an election, the election is rigged. When he gets convicted, the courts, the judge's daughter, the jury of his peers, they're all rigged. When VP Harris has a crowd that is bigger than his, the crowd is AI and rigged. It is all cheating to Donald Trump, and he is losing his mind, but in the process, I feel like I'm losing my mind. This can't be real life. There's no way this is even a competitive race when we have a normal, amazing candidate, VP Harris, and her awesome VP pick, Tim Walz, going against an actual psychotic lunatic, and it's like 50-50 somehow, or 54-46. This is not real life. Either way, all that I ask is that you hit the like button, you subscribe so you're a part of this community, comment a blue heart if you made it this far, and most importantly, have a great day.